Destruction is the best. Yeet, yeet. Yeet, yeet. It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Gigagija has redeemed first. Schmalibu is here.
Destruction is the best. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse.
Mskinjaya Sano is here.
Destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeah. I make great background music. Wait, I'm music? Yeah. I'm music. We'll go with that. Ash Rain music, bro. What's up, everybody? One's in the chat if you can hear me or see me. I'm dropping 67% of frames so far this stream already. And all we've had is a 2-minute intro. I'm not happy about that. I did everything I could to try and fix that. Oh no. Oh no. But welcome in. Happy Monday, I guess. It is a Monday. It doesn't seem too happy to me right now. Because of the frame issues. Oh, let me see what's happening. It seems the stream feed seems fine on the red video site, both formats, I gotta imagine. But yeah, the purple site is tanking right now. No, it's stuttering like crazy for me on the purple side. I open up the purple tab and just it's buffering. Are you guys in landscape or vertical? Because on landscape, I'm just having a horrible time. No, it's not better now. It's, oh man. I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, it does seem like it is smoothed out now. But like, this is disappointing. Not what how I wanted to start off. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. How was everyone's weekend? If you wanna tell me anything. I know I had to cancel stream on Saturday. We had a lot going on. It was a very busy night for Magic and I, and we didn't get I didn't get to my PC. So it seems like the frames are fine now. So I updated OBS and every streaming related piece of software that I could think of between since the last stream and now, really hoping that would fix something, but it didn't. We'll see how it goes though. Let's get into hardcore Minecraft. Oh, am I live on TikTok yet? I gotta do my captcha if I am. Welcome in, TikTok. All right, we look good.
Just _Mickey_ is here.
Oh, man, yeah. All right. Everything looks good to me. Hardcore World. It's been since the 14th since we played. You switch to vertical on mobile and it's much smoother. So vertical's fine? It's just landscape that's horrible? Like, I have all my monitoring stuff open because I was afraid something was going to happen. But, like, my video engine has peaked at 90%. That's not a problem at all. Like, it just means I'm actually using my graphics card to its fullest ability. Oh, not even. But, like, right now it's sitting at, like, 60 to 70%, but, like, it peaked at 90, which is great. You can't chat unless you're specifically in mod view. Okay, so, like, is it the purple site or is it me? Nobody's having issues. There's been, like, 0 issues. Oh wait, that's the green site. Hold on. I'm checking down detector. Yeah, that's normal NG. Probably. Maybe. I guess I could disable... I'd have to end stream, but I could disable the, vertical stream and the enhanced broadcasting. But, like, the problem started last week, and I've had vertical for over a month now. There's definitely... Yeah, so last stream... I don't know if you were here, Grayson, but last stream, the, basically 5 minutes after the intro, we noticed the frames were dropping, and I restarted stream, I rebooted my PC, it would not stop dropping frames, and I basically had to stream to only TikTok for the second half of stream. And then the intro today was the same problem we were having, but it does seem like it's fine now. And we haven't dropped a single frame since I opened up Minecraft. I have the count there, so. Cool. I don't know what we're working on. I don't know what we're doing. I genuinely don't remember anything anymore. I got completely distracted. I think we're doing chunk loaders. I don't remember where we left off. All right, I need, if something happens, if you notice a single thing, let me know. Say something immediately, chat. Especially mods, please. Cactus farm is what we were working on. I remember that now. Okay. Woo! All right, so let's see if I can. Nope. See if I can pick up where we left off. Yes. So okay, this is the signal for turning the chunk loaders on and off. We have the chunk loaders underneath the farm. Right, so this is underneath both parts of the cactus farm. This is underneath the cactus farm itself, and this is underneath the smelters. And they all get the signal here, so when that signal is cut off, they turn off in sequence for the whole thing. Right. I got the hiccups. All right. Okay, so we have a couple steps to this. Yes, when it turns off, it'll be 12 pearls worth of damage, which is effectively no damage to me. I'm dropping frames again. Yep. I'm dropping frames again. Okay. I wonder if I can change to a different server. Is that... Oh, can I have anybody go watch on the green chat? Because last time, whenever we had a problem on the purple site, we had a problem in the green site, which is what made me believe it was a problem with my PC, not with the purple site. So because those theoretically use the same encoder. Yes, they do use the same encoder. Hey, okay, Johnny's over there. All right, so Johnny, if you have lag issues, put it in the chat over there on the green site for me. And then, you know, if anybody else, if it happens that other people have issues and you don't, then we'll know that it's maybe a problem with the purple site, but otherwise it might be my... All right, so I need this box. I will need that one. I don't need this one right now. And I don't need this one anymore right now. But I gotta take a look at this. So what we actually need to do today, it seems like the frames are fine again now, by the way. So we need to set up some autocrafters, actually. So before we chunk load this, we need to add autocrafters to turn bone meal into bone blocks for storage. And then we also are going to switch it to where the green dye is going to be shulker loaded instead of burnt. And then additionally, we are going to take that green dye and the bone meal and make lime. And then we have to also do shulker load, or no, not shulker loading, but just, okay, that one's really easy. Let's do this one before I forget how easy it is. It involves 0 redstone. What cactus shulkers mean, it does not mean to shulker load the cactuses, because then the cactuses would never make it over. What it means is get rid of these barrels and replace them with shulkers. So how many barrels do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 3, that's basically a full inventory's worth. And we gotta dye them green, of course. So let me go get some green dye, some shulkers, and we'll come right back over here. I know we have a bunch there, but I'm also gonna... Yeah, okay. It's gonna take more than what's in my inventory, but that's why we have the extras in the ender chest. Ooh, cactus farm. Cactus farm. You know, I literally wasn't tired before stream started, and now I'm, like, yawning. That's not cool. Literally just need 5 more. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't dye those yet. Oh, whatever. Screw it. If I just break it all. It genuinely doesn't even matter if we lose some. But we won't. The farm will make more. Plenty, plenty more. But I'd also rather not have the farm start from scratch and take all these home or anything like that. That wouldn't be fun. Wow, perfect. The purple side on mobile will not go into landscape. Interesting. Come on, you suck. Oh wait, it's fine. It's only in this one that it's a problem. It's not when you're in a crafting table. It's fine. I believe. So watch this. Nope. Okay, hold on. No, still problematic. Okay. Okay. Boom. All right, now those are no longer barrels. You know what I just realized? We can see a gap through there that we couldn't before because they were barrels. Dang. Okay. So that means that we need to get some other blocks behind here. Let me go get just a couple pieces of deep slate after I sleep. No vibes. It's still a problem, even when it's empty. Maybe the only scenario is when it is empty and in a crafting table or something like that. But even when it's empty, it doesn't work as intuitively as you expect it to. That's something I really want to check if it's on the bug tracker at some point. Like, that should be fixed. Should be fixable. Alright, we don't need any of that stuff anymore. Well, no, what it should do is it should do the same recipe that you click up. So if I click it up and it pulls a undyed shulker box and green dye, when I hit the space bar, it should pull an undyed shulker box and green dye. If I shift click this and it pulls a yellow shulker box and green dye, then the next time I hit it, it should pull a yellow shulker box and green dye. Like, it should not change the ingredient that you are pulling up there. I don't think it should always prioritize Yeah. Well, actually, it should always prioritize empty, undyed shulker boxes if you have multiple different colors of shulker boxes in there, which is what it does. But then the next time you hit it, it grabs that same box that you already dyed, even though now it's a different color. That's what the problem is. I guess that gap was always there before, though, right? No, that gap wouldn't have been there because, well, yeah, okay, well, things change. Problems solve. All right, so now this can go in a dump box if I have one. I don't have one yet. What are these? All right. Now what, chap? Book. Cactus Shulkers is done. That was an easy one to get off the list. So next up, what I want to actually do is dye shulker loaders. So let me go take you there. We don't need those yet. Oop, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. So right now, the droppers, right, drop the green dye into lava, and it burns. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Okay, did it reset? No, it didn't even reset correctly. Did it? I don't know. I don't think it, I think I just messed it up big time. Why is this in a different spot? Oh. No, that's off because it is now ready to. Yes, it's got to resmelt. That makes sense. So how much does it hold here? 9 stacks plus 5 stacks plus this. So that is smaller than a single shulker box. Okay. So I was thinking every time this emptied, it would be emptying the equivalent of like more than a shulker box. But each one of these empties less than a single shulker box. Okay. That's news. Okay. I've been watching a few Waddles episodes or videos or whatever about the bedrock issues. And it's interesting. So what happened, Vibes, was that Mojang changed from using like two different. They updated. I think that they updated like OpenGL to use a different kind, a different file structure format or something like that. And the major issue that I've seen is that it changed the location of where your worlds are saved, right? Like let's say it was like C:/Minecraft/saves, and now it's C:/Minecraft/worlds or something, right? So when everybody updates Minecraft, all their worlds are gone. There's also like a bunch of performance stuff happening. I don't know. I don't keep up with Bedrock, but I'm just like, dang, bruh. Get Java. Yeah, it to like 99% of people, you update the game and your worlds are gone, you're not gonna think about, you're not gonna be able to find them. Plus, nobody was like, it just happened without any kind of documentation and no way for people for knowing, really, right? Okay. So I gotta think about how I want to do this now, chat. Basically, what I have to change is only lava and down. I can't change anything above that to keep the reset system working as is. And the problem with changing what's lava and down is we decorated underneath. Oh crap, we even have a piece of redstone shown there. No, not at all vibes. Okay, so I see two possible solutions to this, chat. Solution number one is... We'll start with the most obvious one. I rip out this lovely decoration we have underneath. Or maybe I shrink the size of the room that's decorated underneath and just bring the walls basically straight down from here. Which wouldn't be great. Option number two is having just a boatload of hoppers from here over to the wall to the right. And then having the loaders be like out here. Which that's also not great, even if we do like, you know, put solid blocks above the hoppers. Shulker loading the green dye, yes, instead of burning it. No, wait. The solution is water. Yeah. So I was thinking each one would get a shulker loader. The solution is replace the lava with water and then have a consolidated area. That makes a lot of sense. So we would need theoretically like a good amount of shulker loaders still. Like I'm thinking like maybe like 8 shulker loaders still. But yeah. We could bring all 4 of them. Yep. See, all we have to do is sit here and talk about the problem for long enough, and what do you know? We no longer have an unsolved problem. There is a solution. One in each corner of the room. Oh, no. I was thinking all 4 sides to one corner. and then having like 8 shulker loaders in a line at one spot, and then also having the water above those shulker loaders go in a circle, so in case it ever gets overloaded, it at least is recirculating those green dyes. Because you got to think about how fast can a hopper get rid of its items is not as fast as those droppers are going to be firing. So one dropper alone overwhelms the output of a single hopper. And then if I do like 4 of them, that would effectively, like, you know, a full set of armor or several tools at once. Let's round and let's say that uses like 6 hoppers worth of intake all at once. Obviously, they're each going to have a 5-stack buffer, and it's not all, but like, I think like 8 would probably be fine for how often I actually use this. No, Grayson, each furnace has 64 plus a hopper full of 5 plus a dropper full of 9 stacks. That's how much items are stored underneath each one, because that's how many items it takes to get a netherite tool's worth of XP out of a single smelting session. It saves 15 stacks. So whenever you repair one tool, you get 15 stacks of items into your dropper or sent out. And then if I go do 9 tools at once, because I'm doing a full repair session, then we're talking about 9 times 15. 135 stacks over the course of like 60 seconds. Oh man, now I'm thinking about 1 for 1. This kind of sounds good actually, but I don't know. All right. I grab my water bucket. Oh, I literally don't have any water in my water buckets. Okay. I like the idea of having 2 in each corner and you can dump the loaded shulkers into. I don't. I like it. The problem with any of this is not getting the items to one corner. The problems is going to have enough, because okay, the problem with having 2 in each corner, right, is if I repair 8 tools and I do them all on the same side, then we're gonna have 100 over 100 stacks of items going to 2 shulkers to 2 loaders in the corner, right? Whereas if I have all 4 sides going to like a big pool of 8 or 10 loaders, then no matter which side I take it from, it'll be able to spread the load. The loader. Oh, I don't want that box. Okay. Oh, I'm going to the wrong entrance. Okay. You can do double speed shulker loaders here for this. Interesting suggestion. Not something I had thought about. Chat. The next question is, I'm obviously going to need to use sandstone for some of this palette to keep it pretty. But do I do my redstone on sandstone like I have been doing, or do I switch my redstone to the red blocks? I think I switched to the red block. For any new redstone, it'll go on the red blocks. Yes, literally. It's exactly what I had explained. Or intended to explain. I don't even need blue ice, technically. I mean, if I did put blue ice in, you wouldn't be able to tell. You would actually, because this would be visible. Okay, we can't put blue ice there. Okay, it's going to have to stay on top of the sandstone. Let me go get a bunch of sandstone to build with, preferably cut sandstone, so I don't have to shed it all. Not shed it. Craft it all. Oh, we're dropping frames again. We are. How's Kick doing? Is anybody on, Johnny? Does anybody want to tell me if the green site is also dropping frames? Frames are still dropping, as far as I can tell. Oh yeah, I'm getting buffering. Oh, no, I'm not. I switched to, oh yeah, I switched to 1080p and I am. Okay. Both purple and green. So that makes me think it's my PC. But my PC right now is telling me that it's using like... where's the utilization at? Video engine peaked at 94 and I'm using 64% right now. But it's back to normal again right now. What is it doing? What is it doing? The red video site does give me a stream health of excellent. And that status has not changed at all through the night. It has been excellent since stream started. The red site tells you the important stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Well, right now, I'm seeing that we're doing 60 FPS with full bitrate. On purple. It fixed itself after a few minutes or what, something. I don't know if I'm gonna need any slabs, but I'll bring slabs directly. So I don't have to craft more if I need any. And if I run out of blocks, well, first off, I don't think I will, but second off, we can always get more. What I think I'm gonna do next stream, chat, is I'm going to disable the enhanced broadcast thing, which will get rid of my vertical stream on the purple site. And then we'll see if we still have any issues once we're back to classic encoding. Oh, I didn't bring, like, signs or anything? God dang it, bro. I don't have anything to hold back water. I don't. Pressure plates? I do have pressure plates. Oh, day 18,000 or 17,800. Nice, dude. I have buttons. I don't even have pressure plates or anything with me. There's no way to raise the water stream up one block? For what purpose? I'm fine with them moving a little bit slower than blue ice. Like, that's what you're... So the stuff doesn't peek through the bottom. Oh, the drips? You mean leak through the bottom? I don't see that as a problem, actually. That just adds to the ambiance. I hadn't considered it until just now, but, still need ice in the gaps. You're right about that. But no, there's not a way to bring it up. I was thinking momentarily about how the fact that, like, we can't have any of the gaps be underneath a dropper either. So yeah, I'll have to see how we deal with that in a minute. For now, do we have, like... I can use birch fence gates to stop the hold back water when I need to. Do they have to point down? They can't go backwards or a different direction? There is a block on every other side of them, except for downwards. I don't think we're gonna be running into as many issues as you think. Like... Step number 1 would be starting at this corner. We need a water bucket. And then we do need something there, and then this would need to be ice? Is that what... if we want items to go over it? So then... if that needs to be ice... okay. Otherwise they will stop. Yeah, and we can't do anything higher than that because this trap door will get pushed there. And the piston head would push it back. And if we push it, if we can't send it, we can't send it this way, and we can't send the items back this way. Well, technically we could, but there's like, there's obviously a comparators there that it would have to throw them over before it could get to the water over here. Yeah, we're not going under the floor. We can't. That's... put water going backwards. No, you will see it because up here you can see the sandstone. That is the sandstone there. Well, actually... oh, is it not? Oh, okay. You see this sandstone, but you don't see these other layers of sandstone because they're so far back. Got it. Yeah, that's fine. That fixes one issue. Oh, what? We're breaking off items, it sounds like. What's in your head would look cool, but be really crazy. Oh, boy. I mean, I know what's in my head, and I think it'll work just fine. I did just realize we don't need to have... Yeah, I literally just realized that we can have it go underneath the pistons, the water flow. And then it's all gonna have to go to the same place still though. No, I need to bring it all to one corner. There's no reason to bring it to the surface 4 separate times. We got to bring it to one corner first. And then it's going to have to hit a soul sand elevator because we can't have the shulker loader going through the floor. So it's got to go up and the shulker loader's got to be level with wherever we have the output, which I think will be like this corner maybe is where we'll have the green dye and the lime dye output be there or something. I don't know. Maybe even bring the white dye to that same corner. Well, which is in the opposite corner we're building in from right now. So actually, no, it will be this corner to the right. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. It'll be the one directly above us. All right. I just realized, did I not know? Oh, this isn't. Oh my goodness, chat, composters. Yeet. Composters. That's another step. Okay. I don't remember what I'm doing here. Blue ice. Well, that used a lot more blue ice than I anticipated, and I did not mean to fall down in there. I have 2 more blue ice on me. Okay. Well. Let me go get more blue ice. Luckily, we're doing projects here at the base, so it's not a problem when I need to go get more resources. Like it is when I'm doing something 1,000 blocks away, and that takes, you know, a 2-minute boat ride to get back and forth every time I run out of a single ingredient. Oh, the moon is rising. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That'll be plenty for this, plus plenty to just stay inside that blue shulker box. Ow, my face. Brutal. All right. I don't know which way I'll have the water exit. I'm thinking I'll make it exit out that side. It doesn't matter either way. It's just gonna change the orientation. I need more rockets, please. Okay, so now I don't even need that there yet. I can just have it come to the corner. So let's see what happens when I put this in. How far? Well, this one has already got a fence gate in it. So then this here, when this one drops it down, is going to be a problem. Hmm. That's a mod I added like in 121. The previous one before 10. 8, I think, is the last one we played on. So like when you grab something, your items kind of move and float around. And then some things have particles. Yeah, this is problematic. But there is a solution. There is a solution. Do you know what it is, chat? Do you know what it is, chat? No, that won't work either. Okay, hold on. Okay, the next idea. Yeah, it's dead center. Yeah, if I did put water here, the piston would break that source when it fires. So it wouldn't exist. And the trapdoor would be pushed into it. As well, I think. So, like, yeah. Okay, so if... Is there a way... Put a water source there. Oops, not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to do that there. Is there a way to put a water source there? And then have... No, because if I had a water source there, and then let's say another one here, it would then push the items back. Okay. What about having another one here? How far out did those touch? But then they end up at a stalemate. Okay. I was thinking maybe we bring them to the middle and then they go out, but they wouldn't go out. Okay. Well, the solution is going to be then to have, let's imagine one of these. So we would have this here, and then we would have that, and then we would have, oops, another. Okay. This is painful. It's a lot more than you would do one more. Eh? Yeah. I needed blue ice. That's what I was trying to get. So we bring it out to here. So let's say all of these send it outwards, and then we're gonna have the same problem for the middle one over here. No, I can once it's several blocks, I can deal with water flows to solve it. What's it? It's not a big deal. It's literally gonna have to be a sheet of blue ice like this for the roof, though. And we're gonna have to go place new, glow berries underneath it. When we're done. Oh, I don't need... Alright. Okay. Alright, so those are going there, and let's say we did that. I think that, no, I do think this all needs to be... water sources. Okay, so now those all go out perfectly. Then we do this. So then no matter where an item goes in over here, gonna make it against that wall, right? Then out here we have more room to do things, but we still are gonna have the same problem where an item goes straight there and hits that wall. But we can work with that a little differently here by doing this. And, no, maybe this. Oh, no, that's a dead end. Hmm. Hmm. I was really thinking we'd be able to extend the... It'd be great if I could drop it. I mean, I could take it all the way to the side here and drop it down. Where is that? Boy, then that would... Yeah, I was just thinking that. I really don't like this. Yeah, this is problematic. Oh, wait. Now we're getting all the items to 2 outputs that then can go run in a circle. I put this one in the wrong spot though. Yeah, I did. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one apparently. Uh-huh. Okay, so that one was fine where it was. I'm an idiot. Mm-hmm. I'm not stressing about this at all. All right. Yo, thank you for the bit, my dude. All right, so now we have 2 outputs right there. Lovely. And now we just got to make sure the water sources, we can line them up to not have a gap that's in an important spot. And then we're just gonna have to repeat this on 3 more sides. How's that sound, chat? Okay. That's perfectly fine, because then we throw this here. And we get a water source there. We break this. And then it all... Well, that... See, now that flows back, but we can... do that again. Do that again. And then boom, we got a new fresh water source that goes right here. And they all live happily ever after. Okay. Because, yeah, you throw an item in over here. Whoop. It's gonna make it. Right? You throw an item in over here. Or over here. Oh, well, not if it goes up there. Throw it over here. It's gonna come out the end. That's what we needed. So it would have been so much easier if we were allowed to use any amount of elevation. Okay. Then genuinely, I will not connect this to like the output of the other one. I will just connect it to the input of this one. Yeah, that'll be great. So this would effectively be dropping the items in right here. You know, it'll be, it'll just all go through here, beeline straight out to there, through a little diagonal, water flowing. It'll be great. Uh-huh. Oh, perfect. Yep, and then I have to just do that, and the items will have enough momentum, they'll flow through, and then they'll, yep, get routed back into there. Cool. Then we just got to do the exact same thing here. Cool, 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 cool. Is the water source in the center technically a dead end? Ah, the way you just did that to me. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's just downward flowing water now. Dang it. Okay. Massive.
21 months.
I hate water, chat. Maybe put 2 sources here. Yeah, that works. All right, just still got to make sure now both of these have it. Yeah, both of these flow right. Okay. Jesus. Of course, I took from 2 blocks back to back, so if I stand right here, I'm good. You said something about this dead spot. Right, yeah, technically it could be a dead spot there. So I can't bring it in right here, but I could bring it in right here, I guess. Cause I need to make sure that like I actually have it like that on this edge here. When this piston expends, there won't be a gap there, but that'll make sure that it flows straight down into there. So then I guess I could have it enter either right here or right here. Dang it. Okay. Yeah. Yo,
What are
thanks
you
for the bit.
making?
Actually, mods, we should definitely have a message pinned about the project today. We are working on, we're several layers deep into a sidetrack for doing chunk loaders for our cactus farm right now. Okay. Break these back out. Well. There we go. No, the current commands are completely incorrect, as far as I can tell. Alright. So we need... Oh yeah, those do have to be full blocks there. This one doesn't. Okay, we need to... We can bring it in right here. And this won't be a problem to bring it in right here. Let me see. Okay, so we break this. Yeah, that's problematic, so we need to have one right here. Then we can have a water source right here. That'll be fine. Okay. So then we need to break how much of this out? We need 4 blocks. Yeah, 4 blocks. So we need 2, 3, 4. All right. Technically project is correct. We need to update sidetrack. Okay, update sidetrack and then pin it for me, please. Okay. That's not where at all I meant to click. Okay. Please stop bouncing. I'm not trying to bounce. I hate you, water. I'm not pressing space. I maybe press space once and then I get stuck bouncing.
Exclamation mark command edit.
Okay.
Sidetrack chunk loaders for farms, greater than chunk loaders for cactus farm, greater than shulker loaders for green dye from cactus farm, less than, you are here.
Sounds good. There we go. So then here, we need that again. That's a fine gap. It'll be coming through with a lot of speed. It's okay to skip over 2 blocks on blue ice. And then we have, so yeah, like let's say item comes this way, hits up against that and goes through. Yeah, and then it'll get flushed out to there. Cool, very quickly. And yet we'll get them all the way over to this corner. And then we need, oh shoot, there's another spot somewhere right around here that we need. Oops. Oh, that's not what I meant to click either. There we go. So then... Cool. And now I'm out of fence gates. But, so now theoretically speaking, that if we throw an item anywhere into this water pool, it will make its way downtown and around and through and come out over here. Yep. Cool. And then we just got to do the same thing for the other 2 sides so they come out right here, and then we can consolidate them together to go to wherever we end up putting the loader. Yes, I did burn the diamonds at the end of the day, Mrs. Ken. Weren't you here for that? I don't remember. I thought you were the one that reminded me to burn them at the end of stream. Somebody reminded me. I don't know. What's up? This is so much work. All right. Oh, okay. We are working on my cactus farm. Wow. I brought like 7 sacks of blue ice. If they're asked on another platform, Grayson, they can't see if you when you do a command. Or they can't see the output. They could then run the command themselves on their platform and get the output. Well, not for sidetrack, especially not sidetrack or anything that you guys have the ability to update. Crap. Yeah, I just realized we don't have oops. I just realized we don't have any more fence gates, birch fence gates on me. No, anything KernelBot says does not get pumped out into all chats, or else it would create a infinite loop, right? Somebody says something and KernelBot repeats it in a purple chat, and then, well, it's a message from KernelBot in the purple chat, so it gets repeated back out to all platforms, which then is 4 messages from KernelBot, which then get all repeated back to all platforms, which then all get repeated back to all platforms. The next thing you know, it's just KernelBot said, KernelBot said, KernelBot said, KernelBot said, KernelBot said, KernelBot. Wait, what am I here for? Am I here for blue ice? No, I'm not. Sounds fun, yeah. Oh, that's not a lot of birch. I don't know how much I was expecting, but... Let's see how many I can make with this. Wood farm trip? We'll see. That's actually... Oh, that's more than I had. That's plenty. Oh. Ah, the cactus. Oh, it almost got me. Ouch. Look how there's water down here. All right. Right, I need to go over here with it. Hey, it's Darcy. I don't have any plans currently. All right. That one in. Put that one in. I need to get some more buckets of water. Okay. Oh. So it's not updating my categories again. Love that. All right, put those in their place.
Massive.
49 months.
Yo.
I'm slowly dying watching Colonel lol.
It's true. All right. Alrighty. Okay, so now any item thrown into there at any point and go in any direction, any speed, plump, pumps out of there. Great. We don't need any of this blue ice here anymore. Or any of this blue ice here anymore. We will need to bring this blue ice here now. Cool. 50 months. You're gonna be the first person to hit 50 months subbed? Oh, you're the first person you have ever subbed to 50 months to. Nice, dude. I really appreciate that. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll have to do more with that in a minute. Actually, well, I could do it now because I actually need to put this here, and then I can put the water source there, and then great. Great. I do need to put the blocks back on both sides of all of these. I don't think I did that anywhere on, except for this one side of this first one. Yeah, we have to have those blocks there. And there. And there. Cool. Now we can get on to building the fourth side of this. Did you get your netherite? I haven't done a 500 club room today, no. Did you post in the Discord about it? You did? When was that? Was that back during 9 lives? Yeah, I forgot about it. I'll need to remember about it in a minute. Well, not today. All right. But yeah, I'll need to do stop bouncing. So sick of bouncing. I'll have to go look and see if there's any other 500 clubs and that need to happen and all that stuff. But I'll tell you in advance in the Discord thread when your 500 club room is being updated. That's always how I do it. I always post in the Discord thread whenever I'm updating a 500 club room. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Whenever you guys get an update to your 500 club rooms, you're always welcome to make modifications, especially including new blocks and stuff. That is always welcome. We are working on my cactus smelter. This is the output where the green dye is going to be going to. After it's been smelted. All right. How many coins you have? Oh, like channel points? It should be down in the corner of your chat. Huh. Oh, shoot. No, I'm actually doing this wrong. Yeah. There we go. All right. So there's our two halves, chat. We need to bring those to 1 point and then raise them up using a water elevator. I think the corner will be easiest. So if we literally just continue this straight, and then we continue this straight, and then we have a water elevator right there. That's incredibly easy. Wow, I did not put the shulker boxes in a good spot here. How do I have more slabs than I started off with? Okay, so then we would get soul sand. Boom. And then, yeah. All right. That was like such perfectly bad time spacing. It would make it, yeah. But I want it to have as much speed as possible because like I don't want it to get hung up on this block here, you know? I don't want it to get like only have a little bit of momentum and then go up right here where half the hitbox is still under the block or something. I want to do the elevator with glass because I might as well. And then the rest of our redstone is going to be doing from like this POV. So let me put all my boxes back down here. Junk box, redstone box, junk box, material box, ender box, water box. These are water materials now. Okay. Top slabs? Meh. Oh, top slabs would be a problem, though. Top slabs only work well when you're only doing your water splits, like when you're only placing them next to the very end of a water chain. If you had to do a water thing that was only like a source that was only 3 blocks long, then the top of that is where it would be higher than the bottom of the bottom slab. And the item could be bobbing on top of the water and never actually get to go down under the slab. Not that that's not a reason to use them in like 90% of scenarios, but like fine. I'm not worried about nitpicking over a material in a redstone room that we're never gonna see. What am I here for? Glass. Man, I did not expect the water stream to be taking us half the stream. That is not what I thought would be the time sink here. I actually don't know how high we need this to go yet. Oh, that's wrong. That would have not done jack. It would have just... Okay, I'll just put that there for now. The reason I don't know how high it needs to go is because we need it to go to the top of the shulker loader, and then we have to have all the shulker loaders happen, and then the bottom of the shulker loader needs to be level with where the output is going to go. If that makes sense. So... let's go, let's take this box inside really quick. Yeah. So right here is where we have, this is where we put empty shulkers. No. This is where we get empty shulkers back from the coal. Is it not? Okay, hold on. Wow. Okay, what? Please don't be so stupid. Yo, are you serious? We don't have any more coal? Oh, what? Wait. Wait, how long ago did we run out of coal? What? How long ago did we run out of coal? Okay, so all of these have coal, but that's... Okay, so that has coal. Okay. So somewhere between here and there, it ran out of... It's out of coal, which isn't a problem yet, but it will be very soon. So we need to get shulker boxes of coal and put them in here. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is where the empty boxes come out after after the coal has been removed from them, right? We could honestly tie this into the coal shulker loader. Or into the cactus shulker loaders. So the empty coal boxes will then be filled with cactus eventually, TM. Right. Wow, we literally just emptied this out too. Regardless. Yeah, okay, wow. And then this is, okay, so... Okay, so what I'm thinking is, oh boy, we have this corner already, which is like kind of already dug out for this. If I wanted to have... So how did I do this corner? It goes back 2 blocks and then we have a wall. Okay. This corner's not gonna work. Period. Okay, then. Yes. That's because we emptied it. And it's currently resmelting, I assume. Yeah. Okay. We could make this corner... No, cactus is not a fuel source. So we're gonna have to rip all this stuff out here. Okay, that block has to stay there. Okay. So if this is where the empty shulkers come out, we don't need... Yeah, empty shulkers come out here. We can turn those to be used somewhere else. Okay. We don't need any of this. Okay, okay. I already wrote it in my to-do list earlier, Grayson, to replace all the composters in this farm. All right, so the amount of outputs that we need here have increased. But let's see what we can do. And I don't know. Okay, so we need a place for shulker loaded boxes of bone blocks. It would be one spot. Then we need shulker loaded boxes of green dye. And then we need non-shulker loaded, but just like a single output of lime dye. And that's it. So if so what if we had 2 lime shulkers there? These boxes here to the side of it could very much just be all for shulker loaded boxes of bone blocks. And then these ones here could be for shulker loaded boxes of green dye. Yeah. Okay. So with that in place and theoretically ready to happen, all right, with that where it is happening how I have it, we could I'm really trying to visualize where I even want these crafters and shulker loaders to be. So I think what I need to happen. Okay, I know what I need. I know what I need to do. So where's my moss at? I got moss right here. Good. Moss will help me visualize. So this isn't the Y level, but let's imagine that all comes up and comes over this way. And then we have our line of shulker loaders. Like, let's say we have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, actually. Okay, so the water level will flow over here. And then it can go back to, it'll turn. The water with all the green dye will turn and go this way. The very first thing here will be a hopper. And this hopper will go over to a lime autocrafter. And the rest of these hoppers would go over to green dye shulker loaders. The green dye shulker loaders output would all go to the same spot into those chests. Then over here, we have this water source. Let's say that water source is that, right? This would have the same dealio, where the very first one is where cactuses... Actually, this is just going to have a single, or it's going to have 2 composters. So the water source will turn and send it over 2 composters. Those 2 composters will then go to 1 single output that will have a priority of going also over to the lime dye autocrafter, and then secondarily will go out to there. So that's what's got to happen with those 2 water sources that we have. I think something important is to like actually put these in right now so we can see how close we can physically have some of these things. I need droppers. Save myself a little bit of headache. I'm actually going to put the droppers on the inside. So what's happening there is that we actually have this drawing in from the furthest right point and this drawing in from the furthest left point. And then that's going to leave us a few block gap to make this happen. Right. Okay. But that does mean actually that this is the highest or the lowest. This is the highest point that we need, or the lowest point we can enter. So we could have a hopper line coming out from here, right? If we needed to. Like that. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. So that means it's definitely gonna have to be raised up a bit to accommodate this. And we don't want any redstone being here interfering with any of this, so it's definitely gonna have to be pushed back a few blocks like I have shown. Like so. But we could have theoretically the output of whatever the crafter looks like would be right here. Okay. I don't know what crafter I could use in this scenario. If I have one that already exists. that takes 2 inputs and waits for both of them to be full to a certain point before it starts crafting. That sounds to me, chat, a lot like the bundle autocrafter. The bundle autocrafter waits for an input of string and leather to not only keep the crafter filled up, but to keep the hopper above the crafter filled up. And then when that hopper above the crafter fills up all the way, that's when it sends the signal to do some crafts until it turns off. Pink dye autocrafter. That one's got that one has the composting built in. And it is only 1 input. So no, that one wouldn't work. This won't have to do any composting to like turn. So that one turns poppies into bone meal and then combines that bone meal with poppies. So the only thing it uses is poppies. So that's not apples for apples. Maybe I'll just make one. It doesn't need to be 1 wide tileable. Well, it can't be 1 wide tileable. No, this won't dye the shulker boxes. The lime is not being shulker loaded. The lime is just filling up 2 shulkers, and then it will eventually back up and not do that ever again. Okay. What am I doing here? So this one doesn't seem that hard to me, actually, if I'm not doing it 1 wide tileable. Though, if I do it 1 wide tileable... No, I physically can't. Because it needs 2 inputs, and there is no item filters on this. So this really does not apply to my normal 1 wide tileable rule. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at in this process. So, like what I need to do, what I can do. I think I kind of want to set this one back quite a bit just to give me room. Where the flip-flop is my... Okay, so this is actually incredibly easy if you think about the fact that that is the recipe, and that crafter needs to stay full 100% always. So this is the input from the white dye. Oh! Bone meal to white dye. Oh, okay. Bone meal to white dye has to happen. Okay. It doesn't need to be downwards if it's not 1 wide tileable, right? I could... Oh, okay. I'm really struggling trying to figure out where I want to build this and what shape I want to build it because I don't know where the rest of this is going to go, but the rest of it does not matter nearly as much as this. Like, I need to make this happen with as few hoppers as possible. Is all that my goal should really be. So right here, I can just do that straight into a hopper. It doesn't need to be facing downwards. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit too close. Okay. Okay, so then this would be white dye. I'm so used to building these in a controlled one-wide tileable environment that a one-off is like really messing with me. And also, like, I don't have a giant room pre-cleared out or anything, so like that's also messing with me. All right. So what needs to happen is we need to have comparators on these 3 blocks. Jesus Christ, my inventory. Not my moss. Okay. I do have my redstone blocks. Okay. Comparators on these 3 blocks. So that has to be full, that has to be full, and that has to... That doesn't have to be full. Okay. So this one is bone meal into white dye. Okay. So if... Okay, I'm missing stuff. I need redstone torches, I need repeaters, I would need observers potentially. I don't know about the rest. Okay. So if this is... If either of these are off... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is actually really simple. Because I might need to invert this one more time, but... Or maybe it doesn't need inverted at all because... Yeah, we're not making it one-wide tileable, so we can use redstone dutes. No, okay, so that's... So what I would do is have this pulsing here, like this, to craft our lime dye when that's extended. That would mean both of these. Okay. That would have to mean both of them have items in it. But right now it's an or if either of them have it in it. Okay, but I can solve that here by combining... No, I can solve that here by having torches. So if either of these torches are on, that means the farm needs to be off. Or the crafter needs to be off. So then if we use dust to combine them... Now, if this signal is on for for any reason, do not craft things, right? That is the dealio here. So, where can I get a piston off of this? right there, actually. That's actually crazy. Because I could do... No, well, that's currently extended, so that's the opposite of what I want. A torch off of there. Yeah. Yes. So, right, this obviously auto-crafts while that's above it, right? But then whenever it's here, because either one of those or both of those are empty, it is not auto-crafting. Done deal. And then we also need a signal for, oh boy, for when this is full up to not auto-craft. We also need another signal. This one, a much simpler signal to do the bone meal into here. So if this one ever goes empty, it just needs to do this crafting a few times. So that one's much easier. Nope. Okay, it does need to be... Oh, it just like broke itself. Okay. Okay, so that needs to be there. That didn't work. Why doesn't that work? Okay, that works. So now, because this one specifically is empty, this one will be attempting to craft. So if bone meal comes into here, it'll be sitting in there waiting. When this hopper is completely empty, boom, we craft. Okay. Okay. Sweet. We're still waiting on a fullness level here to disable this as well. So okay. That's actually not hard, obviously. It's just a comparator off of there into a block with a torch with more blocks that go up and connect to there. Right, so that's just another input that when there is something permanently stuck in this hopper, it sends a signal here to turn it off. Wait. No, right now that's the inverse of what I need. I don't need a torch there. I need the actual redstone signal. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I need the actual redstone signal when this... so that means it'll actually wait for it to be full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that means it'll wait for that hopper to actually be 9/15 of the way full. So that's a really close approximation of 2/3. 2/3 of the way full. Oh. I could actually easily make that a lower number by doing comparator block shenanigans. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 7, which 7/15 is like half. So when it's half full, it should turn off. Okay, that's done. That is a bone meal and green dye to lime auto crafter. We just don't have a way to bring the... right here. Here's where our inputs are. Here and here are our inputs. So we need to get the inputs to there. Oh boy. So that's where we need to have our first piece come out. Okay. The next question is the shulker loader heights for the green dye. Then once we know how high we can build one of those shulker loaders, then we can know where what height the water needs to go to. And then from there, we'll be able to actually plan out the rest of this. Oh boy. Okay. I actually think I see how I want to do this. Let me pull up my screenshot that I always use for shulker loaders. Oh, Tinsley, I just saw that you posted that you can't chat. Did you get that fixed? That was like 2 hours ago now. She might not even be here. All right. Anymore. Minecraft channel in the Discord. Check the pinned messages chat, and you scroll all the way down, you'll find the blueprint that I've used for all my one-wide tileable auto crafters. All right, so I'm thinking if we need to have these here, we could literally try and set them up right here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them or whatever, right? Say 8 of them right there. Then we could do that we could have this be the actual shulker out of them, and then the water could potentially just go straight line over here, and then the first hopper we have actually takes them out and moves them over to there from like this position. Boom, bam. That's what I'm thinking now. So if I build one of these, and let's start with this one right here. I need to get my inventory situated first. I need a dump box. Are we taking a break soon? Honestly, we should take a break soon because it is the halfway mark of stream. All right, let me go. I needed to go top off this box anyway because some of my stuff is low. So let's go top off this box, then we'll do a quick break. So I can go to the restroom because now that I'm thinking about it, I do gotta go to the restroom. So. All right, what's low here? Repeaters, redstone blocks, dispensers I don't have any more of, but that'll be enough. Sticky pistons, note blocks, torches. Those ones are all low. I'm missing note blocks apparently, but not something I need right now anyway. All right. Everything there is above half a stack now that we have. Let's head over to the tree farm and run a quick AFK session. Let's grab saplings and bone meal. Close my offhand, turn down my volume. Oh boy. Okay. Fill up my inventory. And all right, is my macros gonna work today? Nope, they're not working. All right. So hold down right click. And is that working? Yeah, it is. All right. I'm gonna take a quick break, chat. Whatever platform you're watching on, consider dropping a follow. I'm live 5 nights a week, most of which are in this hardcore Minecraft world. I'll be back in a few minutes. There is a mini game going on in the purple chat. Link is in the bio, panels, descriptions, etc. if you want to play. BRB. All right, I'm back, chat. All right. Turn those off. Turn that off. Oh. There we go. Good stuff. How's this doing? Last time we looked, it was just a hair under 9 stacks of campfires had been crafted. I think this is our second session since the last time we looked, but both of them were just both really short sessions like we had today. Ah! None? Okay. Okay, then whatevs. I think it was like more like 8.5, and now it's really close. It was at 8 and 57, so like whatevs. Oh, I would love to do like some big long AFK sessions here at the tree farm, but like I don't even have a way of getting enough saplings to do that. Like, cause it burns through saplings pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? All right. You know what I'm gonna do really quick before I get started back into redstone? I'm gonna take this little shelf back a few blocks. Just get it away. Oh yeah. Get it 100% away from this stuff. We've got all this cactus that we're wasting right now, but like, it's not a big deal to be wasting a little bit of cactus. With the rate that this thing has made cactus for the entirety of its existence.
J_man91 is here.
Also, I realized the logic thing earlier in stream, but I didn't say it out loud yet. But I realized that issue that I was thinking about with my logic for keeping this chunk loaded. GG, Mrs. Ken. So I had planned on keeping the chunk loaders on until all the cactus boxes in the cactus farm are full. All of the furnaces have been fully smelted, and until there is the green dye box is full, right? I thought but I realize now the green dye box will only ever trigger when we use the farm. So keeping it chunk loaded, even when everything else is full and the green dye boxes are empty, no matter how long we keep it chunk loaded, it'll never fill those up because it's never producing green dye unless we use it. So we specifically have to chunk load only for when all of the furnaces are fully cooked. And yeah, actually, if we did just that, it would be fine. If we did just that, it would be fine. Okay. That's what we're doing. All right, so next up to build is I need to look at this image again. All right, we need blocks and doots and blocks and comparators and droppers and dispensers and observers and sticky piston and hoppers. And that's it. Okay. If I build one of these right here, how does it fit? And do we have problems? So if I build one of these right here, that if that's the output, shulker out, we could put a dispenser here. We could put a dropper into it. And then here we would need hopper in, hopper in. Oh my goodness, bro. That would be an incredibly tight fit. And it would be, oh, it would lock this, okay, we need to push it at least 3 blocks left. The first one can be 3 blocks to the left. Okay. That's fine. So instead of here, 1, 2, 3, here would be the first one that we can build. So not here, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Dropper goes in, dispenser goes up. Hopper. Yeah, sure, it's gonna leave like 3 extra hoppers here that, technically speaking, are not needed in the same way, you know, that you think that I was hoping, but that's fine. Okay. That's the shulker output. So I'm seeing it from this POV now. So then above that shulker out is a comparator. Then we get a block and a redstone block. And yeah, it doesn't get too close to that, so that's great. Then we get our doots. This is where the empty shulker box will sit. We get an observer here. A hopper there. Observer here. Sticky piston there. Observer there. All right. And that is one of the one wide tileable shulker loaders that we use. And this is where the actual input needs to happen. I wanted to have 8 of these total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's build 8 of these. Mm-hmm. Okay. All facing the right way. Good. I need to go get some shulker boxes to put there. So that I can then click on them with the hoppers. Place those in. I have a bunch of empty shulker boxes here. I just need 8 of them. Okay. Oh, you suck. You suck so much. Did you see what it did? It just did all of them. They're all extended except the last one now. You suck, dude. Which broke all of my shulker boxes that I just put in there. God damn it. And now that one's been picked up too? No, okay. All those empty shulkers are in this chest. Okay. Those are all in place now. Okay. We do need to raise these all up by a single block so that we can have the items partially over blue ice when it comes through here. So that's like that. All right, let's go get our blue ice and all of our blocks for that kind of stuff. Okay. Let me put my redstone box away, or my redstone stuff away for now. Will we need more of it? Yes. Right now? No. Right now we just need cut sandstone, blue ice, and some water. Gonna put the blue ice on this side. Oh wow, how did I guess the exact height of that the glass would need to go to perfectly? I just realized also that this isn't going to be that straightforward because we need to make sure it gets all aligned properly on the edge of this. There's a missing dude. Oh, there is a missing dude. Damn it! Gonna cause a problem on the inside. Where's my redstone dude? Yep. Want the cactuses. All right. No, oh man, I hit the side of that block, which completely prevented me from going in there. All right, all right, all right. Need more glass. Where'd the rest of the glass go? There it is. Well, actually, no, we can't have blocks on that side. I'll go get some lime glass panes again for that side, which I don't have any here. But we need specifically a double chest and then a bunch of lime glass panes. So let me go get some lime glass panes. Oh wow, this is like so much more of a maze to get into now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to not rethink the position of the door, but I'm gonna have to have like a path or something. All right. I definitely don't have any lime glass panes here. What am I doing? I have other things, but we already have established that lime glass panes are like the thing that we do. if in the rest of the build. You know what? Oh, the water tower thing should be lime glass blocks, not normal glass blocks. It's whatever. I'm not going to change that at this point. Sorry, I have it built. I don't have it filled with water yet, so like now would be the time to swap it, but I really didn't expect to be doing this for the entire stream. I assumed that I would have the cactus farm thing like knocked out and halfway through the stream or something like that. All right, so that'll align it. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna make it go out one more block, and then we'll turn it. And then it can't be that close. Okay. Rocket. All right, so then let's say I put one here. Nope, that won't work. Okay, let's say I put one here. That will work. Oh, oh my goodness. All right, so then that goes there. And oh shoot, but that's gotta get realigned somehow. We've got to loop it back all the way to there. Got it. Okay. Can I loop it back in? I have to loop it into this right here. Okay. Specifically. Okay. So I want this specifically to go there. And then full water source here. Mm-hmm. I need more water buckets. How do I not have any more water buckets filled up? Oh, my inventory's full. Okay. All right. So we do that. Screw that. That would have been perfect to do that for real. I need some torches up and around here, that's for sure. I just also realized how... Okay, this isn't that incredibly close. We have room, but we are going directly above there now, so... Interesting. So yeah, we've got to put that there. And then that brings us around town. Another one there. This is recirculating anything that doesn't happen to get done in the first pass, if it's ever actually that busy. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Theoretically speaking, well, once we get this in, theoretically speaking, when an item goes through into there, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, boom, it gets lined up, it gets sent through, and it gets picked up by that hopper, and it gets put into a shulker. Dang it, I just put that into a real shulker box. Okay. Holy. Okay. So now we got to do the bubble column in here. Ouch. Which just needs a bit of kelp. Woo! Oh no! Oh my god, that went in the absolutely perfectest location it could have. For a mistake. But okay. With this in, that's great. Next up is the super simple part of adding composters. Like, all right, wow. All right, chat. I don't know if I can handle this. Okay. So hoppers and composters and concrete are all I'm gonna need. Literally 2 of those 3 ingredients are low. Oh, and then we have to circle back to shulker crafting. But we'll obviously get back to that when we get back to that. And dealing with the output shulkers, those need to be used before the crafting input. Yeah. Or need to be prioritized over the crafting input. That makes sense. So hoppers, actually observers, red concrete, comparators, dispensers we don't have any more of. Oh, and moss. Okay. Okay. This still isn't full? Yeah, it's still smelting. Okay. That's all. Oh, right. I forgot. I forgot one important part of this, chat. Before this very first hopper, there needs to be another hopper here. So I'm gonna need hoppers, droppers, potentially moss, definitely red concrete. And we gotta take... Get that moss out of there too. I would actually like to... Okay, so if I do that, that's gonna run it directly on top of the hoppers that are gonna be above those hoppers, so it can't be there. Okay. And then that's definitely gonna take it directly over a hopper too. Oh no. Well. There doesn't seem to be much I can do to solve this yet. One thing I do know that I can do to help myself a little bit is grab all this green dye. It doesn't need to go back to the base. I mean, it'd be nice if it did, but I have more than this at the base already, so that's plenty. We know that that needs to be green dye there, and I just realized we also have a bit of bone blocks, so okay. So we need to have a full stack of white dye in there. Then this needs to be full of green dye. This needs to be full of green dye. And then I'll move on down. But then here, when we get white dye into there, now it should be crafting lime dye until that's empty. Interesting, because... Oh, right. Okay, it's actually not a problem. Because once this gets over... If this ever gets to where it's more than half full, it turns off. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, no. Yeah, that's a problem. Because it's gonna... Yeah, it can run itself dry. And then we get stuck. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so with that, good thing we're testing this now, because what that means is that the redstone signal is it needs to actually. Does it need to involve a torch? Maybe it needs to involve like 2 torches. I don't know. So oh, that's a burnout clock now. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, yeah, so when this is on, that is on, and that's all there is to it. Okay. I would think I'd like a repeater here, just to make sure we don't ever pulse this too much. I'll just put it on like 2 ticks. So that way, if this blinks while items are going through it, we don't have a problem. Okay. Let me get back to here. I should have more, yeah, I have more bone blocks to deal with. This being not one wide tileable is actually like really hurting my brain. What? Why is it blinky? Oh, because this got separated from being pulsed too quickly. Yep. Okay. So now if we put that in there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we see it crafts like 8. Probably actually crafts like 10, but then the delay here. Yeah, it means that this always keeps itself topped up between cycles. Perfect, dude. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed it to do. And it'll just keep repeating this. And yeah, it's not trying to craft anymore. Once this runs out, which will be the bottleneck, that will stop it, and then it will also start pulsing this, but there is no bone meal there, so. Yeah, so now it's actually going to be able to craft quite a bit of lime dye right now, because of what I just put in there. So that's just going to go for a while. And then honestly, yeah, you can see here, this is happening with like both of those things. Whenever one of those turns off. So many moving parts. I love it. All right. Lime dye. Yeah. Yeah, that is genuinely actually creating lime dye output right now. I genuinely don't know how we're gonna get shulkers into there. or empty shulkers into there right now because like it's got to pass a hopper line underneath a hopper line. Like right here is where I would run it in. Unless I run it in from this side, which is also a very tight fit. Dang it, I really didn't think this through this far ahead. It genuinely didn't cross my mind that those would like have intersecting paths. Okay, regardless, what I was gonna try and do next was the cactus into composters, which I now realize that water needs to come out more before it turns, so I don't have blue dye, or not blue dye, blue ice on me. I don't have any. Extend one more hopper out and have red concrete in between the current hoppers. Well, no, if we extend it one more hopper out, like this way, that doesn't have, the hopper line needs to run like underneath that to go through. So if we move this out to the left, doop, it's still got a hopper underneath it. If we move it out this way, it's still got a hopper underneath it. Yeah. Trust me, if it was an easy solution, I would have thought of it. Yeah, exactly. We might have to do something from this way. Well, no, because you can't, NG, because the hoppers are right there. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no angle. There's no angle. We'll deal with that when we come back to it. Right now, we need to focus on this. One problem at a time. Okay, so I need to figure out where the best location to put my 2 composters are. And 2 composters is all we need. And then underneath the 2 composters, we need to have 2 diverting paths. So one path needs to go here, and it needs to be higher. And the other one needs to go here, and it can be lower. So genuinely, though, I'm thinking, like, that's where we can have our paths diverge. That simple. And then we'd be able to just do that, and then have the 2 composters right there. Which will mean the water needs to go up like 2 blocks. Yeah, 2 blocks. Which is fine. Why did we have it? Oh, so it wouldn't get caught on the lip. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. How much cactus do we have there? Just a couple stacks. Dang it, I didn't want to fall down there. Oh, I don't have a way over. Come up. Alright, whatever. Yeah, this chest was only here to turn the water. Okay, everything else here is ready to stay. All right, then we need this. Get some good speed on that. Now we need to go get some bubble column makings. Come on. Gotta be kidding me. Oh, this. Ah, shoot. Okay. The bubble column needs to be before this. Bubble column needs to be like here. And I say that. Yeah, this should work just fine though. Because I do need to have a chest right here for alignment. Then I need to go get more of that lime. Just 2 more pieces, but cool. Uh-huh. Literally 1 water source there is enough. What? You know what I just realized? We didn't add in a shulker loader. So this obviously should be filling this up. This will be prioritizing going here. Whenever it does come through, I believe. Yeah, okay. So it is going into there when it does get composted. Yep. Oh boy, it is actually going down in numbers of white dye. Because it's like an instantaneous thing, and it does a couple pulses every time we get one. 57. Okay, it seems to be sitting at like 57. Now we're at 56. This seems problematic. That makes me feel like I want a buffer. More of a buffer in there, because yeah, it feels like in the real world it's only ever going to use like 1, but we're going to craft a few. I need a slower clock here then, it seems. Instead of using observers. In the real world, it's going to be a lot faster. Yeah. Oh, I totally missed your message a second ago. Yeah. If I died, I definitely would make a clip about it. I'd post it all over social media, that's for sure. I need a different way to get a pulse to it. Okay. So what needs to happen here, actually, is we need to get two dutes right here. Break those signals off. Oh, wait, I'm not getting TikTok chat right now. TikTok chat. Sorry, I can't hear you or can't see you in the chat. I gotta refresh it. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I get disconnected. My window gets disconnected and chat stops updating. And I have no way of knowing. Thank you, Darcy. Thank you for the gifts. All right. So now, oh, that creates a burnout clock. Why does it create a burnout clock? Oh, because of that. Dang it, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, that won't work then. So it needs to be two flat ones with boom. Then I can do this. Well, actually, is that creating a burnout clock? How is that creating a burnout clock? Oh, because it's on top of that one. Okay. Dang it. Okay, so I need that followed by that, which that alone will power. That alone will power this dispenser when that powers this. And then we have a torch here. Oh, apparently that powers it too. We put a torch here. We put another dude there. And then we obviously still have to have the torch here. Oh, okay. Okay. So now those are composting like crazy. Those are going to need to fill up. But let's see if this works the way that I intended. Oh, do I still have more bone blocks on me? No, that's sandstone. Okay, hold on. Bone blocks. I have more bone blocks here. Okay. If I have more bone blocks on me, then I can make some of this. I can make some dye. If I top that off, put in a single piece, and it doesn't do anything until a few pieces happen. Oh, shoot, no, this should be attempting to craft more. Oh, okay. Crap. So there needs to be a torch. Okay, so this needs to not be where it is. Dang it. I have to move that. Okay. Let's just go for the samey kind of thing that we've been doing, that we have over there then. So that should be crafting like crazy. Okay, and then that will be being told to craft by... Where's my redstone box? Oh, it's right over here. I didn't know that. That will be being told to craft way, a torch off of here. Cool. That's going to tell it to craft. Yeah, it has to be off of a torch off of there that is separate from the line that's connected to all these other ones. Great. I'm not using any moss blocks. It's just my... The moss is temporary. It's scaffolding. All right. So this is all good then. Okay, we're missing the shulker loader that we need for the bone meal. Oh, and an auto crafter. Oh boy. Yeah, so we have to take bone meal into bone blocks and shulker load those. Oof. Okay. Okay, I can do that. I just don't know the order of operation, or I just don't know how we're gonna fit it here because this is such an incredibly tight space already now. I have not given myself enough vertical height from this composter line. Like this is gonna have to go up higher, I assume. And then I don't know where exactly we're gonna put it, but we're gonna have to figure that out. So the auto crafter is incredibly simple that we do need. It is literally wait for the box to get full and send a pulse. And it will not be a very fast input. Even if it was, it definitely won't be faster than the speed of hoppers, so we don't have to worry about any of those shenanigans. Okay, I'm trying to... I need to move this up higher. I need to move this up higher by, like, I don't know how many blocks. So if I build the shulker loader in the lowest possible spot first... Are we crafting lime dye? Yeah, we are. Cool, we slowed everything down here enough that we are indeed crafting lime dye. Oh, green dye we're actually about to run out of soon. Green dye will never be the bottleneck. Green dye will actually always be the bottleneck, but it'll never just trickle in real slow. So it's not a problem with this current setup. Yeah, now that I think about it, green dye will always be the bottleneck for this. Well, except for this filling up. Okay. Which will happen soon, presumably. So the shulker loader needs to be somewhere around in here. Oh, man. Yeah, let me just plug this up because... Okay, yeah, that does stop it. Get that water out of here. So we have a working concept, but it's just not built. in the correct location yet. Okay. Yep, we ran out of green dye. Okay. Interesting. All right. Can I see? Wow, we didn't even fill up the first shulker box. Oh, wow, we almost filled up the first shulker box. We're shulker loading the green dye from the Cactus SP farm. Oh. Oh, Fatty McDaddy asked a question. I totally missed it. How you doing, my dude? What we're doing is known as struggling. That is actually what we're doing right now. I'm doing all right. Okay, chat. So with this info, we need to now get a shulker loader right here. And then where can I put that relative to this? Oof. All right, let me grab all my stuff. I need dispensers. Oh, why do I still have those on me? I don't want droppers, blockers, mossers. Oh, I have more than a stack of moss on me. Goodbye, rest of the moss. Repeater, I don't need. Comparator, I do. Okay. I can't build this in the same location because there's other redstone here. I need to bring it out. First off, it's got to come out more this way. Goodness gracious. Gracious goodness. And then it's gotta, if it's gonna have it off in this bit, it's gotta be up a block too. Up a block two means... so put that there. This seems to be the closest I could make it, chat. So we're gonna try to build it here and see what problems we hit. So dispenser into there. Oh, dropper into there. Hopper here. Followed by... Okay, so this is gonna have the... This is not where the split's gonna be anymore. So that's not a problem. That's gonna actually be running underneath, and the split's gonna happen somewhere up there. So this is like fine. It's like fine, chat. Just imagine fine. It's like that. All right. Now this goes here. This goes there. Doots go here. Compare right there. Don't have a sticky piston. I also don't know how to jump. All right. Don't have observers. Thought I had all these things. I don't. Observe. Those, none of those are observers. need that and that. Okay. So that is a fully functioning shulker loader. We need an auto crafter above it, but the auto crafter can be incredibly simple. I just need to yeah. I don't have the auto. This is. I'm running. I have no more hoppers on me. I'm so low on hoppers. So if I get myself. Do I try to make this like go up an extra block, or do I try to like fit the auto crafter literally right here? I don't know. I'm feeling like the dropper's got to be facing downward into there. And then let's do the crafter pointing into there, but we can hopper load it into the side, presumably. Because we're getting really close to the ceiling here, and we cannot adjust the ceiling. All right. All right. So with this being where it is, what we can load into it is, well, oh boy. I need to do the normal thing first. I don't know this. So this just needs a comparator. It needs multiple comparators, a crafter. I need a doot and an observer. That should be everything I need to make the crafter happen. I might need a block as well, which I do have. So observer. Yeah, is that gonna interfere actually? We'll have to see. If I put that does fire the stuff below. Okay, so this is not gonna work in that direction. Okay. It might work out in this direction, which will be weird for me, but not unheard of. Move that facing there, that facing there. And then we need ourselves a solid block. We need another crafter. That doesn't need to exist. Fill 8 slots. A comparator. And a doot. Wait, did that power any of the other pieces? It looked like it might have. That did power the other pieces. Are you kidding me? So I need to actually raise this up by a block, by an additional block. Or move it over or something. Actually. I have room to move it to the left block so that this dropper actually like gets hoppered out of over here. Yeah. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, now I just gotta make sure there's no interference, right? Yes, absolutely none. Okay, cool. So that worked, and it kept the height the same. So now, right, whenever we get 9 pieces of bone meal into here, boom. It'll work. I just realized, oh, what, 9 pieces of bone meal means I still need to have the composters higher than this, dude. Oh no, the composters can literally go, they could go right here, where we have a little bit of a higher ceiling above them. Cause like, geez, dude, this is getting compacted, redacted, subtracted, you know? So if I put my 2 composters, let's say right here, and then I'm completely out of not fireworks. I'm completely out of hoppers. My refills are out here. Oh, it is time to start bingo, chat. Bingo, 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 bingo. All right. All right, chat. Bingo is live. You guys have about 8 minutes to get your bingo cards in if you want a chance to win a block on the massive monument at the end of stream today. Which will be in about 15 minutes. Oh man, this is a disgusting little mess we've got going on here. Okay. So then, yeah, that's where that actually needs to go in. So we can actually, yeah, we'll bring the cactuses up here. Ugh. Maybe we'll bring the cactuses up over here. Or wait, are we using them? No, the cactuses just go around here. Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah, we can bring the cactuses up right here and then over. Right. Or in this corner, one of those two. That's what we'll end up doing. Save ourselves a bit of a headache. But and then yeah, that'll work just fine. But before that, we have to have some way dropper, crafter, dropper, hopper, dropper. And then we just kind of send them that way. So yes, it comes out from here, and then boom, it actually goes straight down to there. And only once this is completely full and backed up does anything actually go over here into the crafter. Amazing. Okay. That was incredibly easy. Once we... I'm just looking at this now, chat. This is ridiculous. Mojang, what did you do to me? Why did you have to give the updates in a specific way that ended up with me having this idea? Okay. I'm really struggling to get my inventory cleared out of all this junk. Okay, I am gonna need lime glass. We're going to need blue ice. I don't know if that's enough of it. We're going to need more water buckets. We're going to need soul sand. We're going to need kelp. We're going to need cut sandstone. But this might be enough. All right. I just want to check this, like, block isn't. The block is visible. Okay, and then we have decorative blue ice there. So okay. I'm gonna pull it out of this corner then. I didn't grab my flippin' these things. Okay. Break that, replace that, or whatevs. Okay. Okay, gotta not be that dumb in the future. Oh shoot, this is. Oh. Yeah, this is where we have to have the chest, which I didn't bring with me. Okay, made it. Okay. Okay. Is that working now? Heck yeah, it is. We're composting again. Heck yeah, dude. All right. All right, let's go rip out the old stuff that's over here that's no longer needed due to all of this. I don't know where that went. I don't I don't know where that went. I want to say it went there. I hate that that happened. I didn't know there was still water in here. Oh no, Jack. I was doing so good about not spilling anything too. All day. Oh, it's time to start bingo. Yay. Chad, I genuinely don't know if those are in the right spot. It's just a quick guess. Is there any water on top of this? No. Alright, so we can get ourselves a little bit of room back around here. Chad, does that look right to you? I think it looks right to me. So I would imagine that this comparator sends a signal into that doot, which that doot then maybe powers the target block, which sends a signal to this, which couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is that we are incredibly close to actually being done with this. Let's look at our book. So the bone crafter is done. The dye shulker loaders is done. The lime auto crafters is done. All we have to do is yeet the composters and then do a empty shulker crafter. Right. So what we need to do is have a spot to create empty shulkers and put them into the shulker loaders, and that goes for this one over here and that one there. And then also this here is an output of empty shulkers from this shulker unloader, which should be rerouted into here as well. Yeah. And then the last thing that was written in the book still is to yeet all of these composters. So let's get back to the base though. Well, let's get my inventory emptied out because you guys, someone's about to win any second now. Don't need. Okay. These two boxes will go back to the base with us. I genuinely don't have a good way in and out of here anymore. Like, wow. It's manageable, but it sucks. Hey, that finished actually. Wow, nice. Yeah, so next stream we will definitely be finishing the cactus stuff. Hopefully it won't be too long into stream next stream, but the next stream in the hardcore world is what? Thursday? Because I take off Tuesday and then wifey Wednesday. So Thursday will be the next stream in the hardcore world. GG Mickey on the dub. I wasn't quick enough to end it. Bryson also got a dub like 5 seconds later. Yeah, GG Mickey. Yeah, it's been taking way long. All right, what did Wiki win? What did Mickey win? Where's my marble reservation? Just Mickey's got blue concrete. You've won 11 times, upping that to 12. Your last victory was stream 1028. It is now stream 1037. All right, let's get your blue concrete up there. Oh, wow. Ah. GG Mickey on your dub with the blue concrete, my dude. Absolutely massive of you. Do we have any diamonds to burn today? Can I get an exclamation mark partner plus in the chat if you're not familiar? I do burn diamonds at the end of stream for qualifying subs, and I do have one to burn today. At least one. Down we go. All right, we had a tier 1 and a tier 1. All right, so that's 2 subs on 2025 11/18. All right, first qualifying partner plus sub point was Casey SARS with a tier 1 for 21 months. Bam. That one's for you, my dude. And the second one was Shilly with a tier 1 for 49 months. Bam. GG. Thank you guys so much for the subages, and thank you for helping me get towards this partner plus goal. We're past halfway of the month, but we're almost halfway to the goal. So, you know, chat, you too could consider subscribing. Maybe, I don't know, whatever, fine. We'll hit it when we hit it. Ah, goodness. All right. Chat, that's going to be it. That is going to be it for the night. Thank you, my dudes, for the awesome stream. Even though we did have some technical difficulties at the beginning with the bitrate and stuff, it seems like after like the first hour that went away completely. So I'm pretty good with that. Hopefully we don't have any more issues on it on Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday, Magic and I are playing the sequel to a game we played earlier in the year, Bokura. I remember almost nothing about it other than the fact there was a robot dog. And just like a 2D platformer. But there's a sequel, Bokura Planet, that actually came out right after we played it. But the thing was that the Bread and Fred update came out at the same time, but Magic and I were so engulfed in something else that we didn't, it was probably All the Mods 9 or something, that we didn't schedule time to play the Bokura sequel or the Bread and Fred update. And then when we eventually remembered it happened, we remembered Bread and Fred update and we played that one a couple months ago. But then we never remembered Bokura Planet. So yeah, we're gonna play that this week. It should be fun. It's the one where you change back and forth. She sees something. Yes, that's the one. That's the one, NG. Where I saw like a robot dog, and I could like, yeah, and she like would see it being decapitated or something. I did in the process of updating OBS the other day to try and fix the bitrate issues that didn't work. I did install an update on both of our PCs for the screen sharing software that we use. So maybe we have a better connection. So you guys can see both POVs, because that'd be cool. For Bokura on Wednesday. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that's it. That's it. Who's live right now that we could send over a raid to tonight? Use me, chat. Who's this? I feel like I sent a raid over to this guy somewhat recently. I don't remember. We'll send a raid over to Dylan329. Playing in their 10,000 day hardcore world. Here is a raid message for you to copy and paste when you get there. If you got my emotes, use those. If you don't, just copy the text at least, the words, and put it in the chat to let them know you're arriving. I'm gonna have to raid and run tonight, chat. But thank you so much for the awesome stream tonight. Thank you for the qualifying partner plus subages, for the channel point redemptions, for the bits, for the follows across all the platforms, for the gifts over on TikTok, and everybody for being here. I'll be live again Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Peace out.